Hello, this is Brooks, an artist. This week, my cats and I will get the house ready for Christmas, and I'd love you to join us. Here, Fuko was cleaning the window for me. Ah, but what is Christmas? I never thought about it, so I quickly Googled, and it seems like it's a celebration of material wealth and excess consumption of food. Though the images of people with said food are all seem to be in lower end of normal BMI. Very mysterious. Anywho, I'm an old school artist, meaning resource rich, cash poor, so I shall make my present by hand with the materials I have at home. Here, Pompon is helping me choose the right color for decorating the kitchen cloth. My mother loves sewing, and I inherited the same love, but not the skill. These materials come from my mother's stock, and sashiko threads and sarashi cotton. Oh, here Pompon's helping me choose the right color for the trimming. He chose Sienna Clara over antique rose, so I shall use that. So basically, I got this sarashi cotton folded in half and sewn the edge together and turned inside out. Then I got my sashiko thread and went around the edges to secure and also to sew in the loop. Here's one that I made earlier. Oh, please don't worry, I shall iron everything at the end. I love sewing. Not any good at it, but still, I'll keep doing it. I find that the most difficult part of sewing or any crafts is cat management. To protect these pixies, I put anything sharp away while I pause. I'm gonna apply simple embroidery. I thought of putting some flowers or birds, but decided to go with simple lettering. Because I'm a sprout, I did not use any template or printouts to do these letters. Well, you probably can tell, but that's okay. I think it'll add to sort of casera feeling. For such a simple project, it's taking quite a while. Not much other reason than I have to pause quite often because my cats are micromanaging me throughout. They mean well, or at least I hope. So embroidery is done. As you can see, I deviated somewhat from the original draft. The blue ink washes off very easily, so I'm just gonna go do that. In total, I made 4 of these. My favorite is the one that we made together. I think my partner would love them, or at least be less confused every time he needs a cloth. I have not bought wrapping paper for about a decade and a half, and I shan't start anytime soon. I had a quick search in my compost brown material pile and found this brown paper. Then just draw on some Christmas themed motifs and try getting away with it. Luckily, the recipient of this gift is very ecologically minded, so he would approve. Even though the reindeer is not looking like a reindeer. And oh, it's quite menacing. It's got that Gibaro vibe. And just like that, the present is made and wrapped. Couldn't have done it without my cat. For the card, I'll reuse the image I made a couple of years ago. For the tree, I'll use the broken chopsticks and prunings from my asparagus fern plant. My plan was to wrap the wires and tie the fern leaves on them, but my partner thought they looked a bit post-apocalyptic. And I think he kind of has a point. So I changed my method and used some, I think these are wool, to secure the ferns onto the chopsticks. The visual I'm going for is based on the trees I used to see back in London, discarded after the festive season, to be collected by the city, sodden yet dry, surrounded by their own needles. I think it's a half decent job. Not quite sure about the white wool. I might change that to slightly darker color. Every ex-Christmas tree needs ex-Christmas gift box. This carded next to it. And I shall make that with this painkiller packaging. And we mustn't forget overspilled bin bags filled with poorly separated family politics and overconsumption. Lovely. Now off to my mantelpiece. Perfect. I was gonna make a garland using these polystyrene packaging foams and eucalyptus acorn. But my partner and Dorian begged me not to. I don't want them to feel sad, and they mean so much to me. So I shall end my endeavor for this year. Thank you so much for getting ready for Christmas with me and my cats. I hope you're warm, safe, and free of overconsumption. I'll come back next year, which is next week. It'll be lovely to see you then.